What's up, guys, and welcome back to another Broodwar cast. I imagine it's also a ladder story, but judging by the color of the map, it's definitely not a recent game. It's a Dude Nerd special. We have Togles, who is spawned here in the sort of center right position on Apocalypse, and his opponent, and I'm not even kidding you, is Bisu. So Togles versus a professional. One more time, we've got a Togles versus Saxri that we still haven't done yet, and we do have a Togles versus Flash's Protoss, which is already up and been published on the channel. So thank you once again to Dude Nerd for the replay. The man is an absolute legend in the Broodwar community. He has given so many replays to so many casters over the years, and it is for everybody's mutual benefit and enjoyment that he does so, but it doesn't mean that I am not eternally grateful for the help. So yeah, we don't have any more compilations on Togles because he hasn't been laddering of recently anyway. But I reached out to Dude Nerd and I said, look, have you got any Togles games from the past that might be worth casting? And he's like, yep, no problem at all. I can give you these games. And so that's what we're watching today. So I haven't actually done many games at all on Apocalypse. It does feel a little bit like Sylphid in terms of its shape and its nuance. We have a forward Rax opening from Togles, looking like he's going to be going with a gasless expansion. And Bisu, even though he's playing against somebody who he would know is quite a bit below his skill level, is just opening very standard here actually. So nothing unusual at all from his side, just going with core. Doesn't look like he's even going to be starting with a zealot, so no early pressure at all. And if Togles is able to get his bunker up, which is I presume will be something that he does relatively soon, and there we go. No, first a depot and then perhaps the bunker. He's going to be in a really strong early position here. So the results, oh my god, he's sending a marine in. Is this like some sort of aggro vibe? I'm trying to block the expansion maybe. Could see an offensive eBay. You never know with Togles, guys. You never freaking know. This marine is going to earn his money. His name is Michael, by the way. Michael the marine has showed up to shoot Petey the Probe in the face, and now it's a dead Petey the Probe, and he does make the offensive eBay. Look at the balls on this man. They call him Togles. By the way, guys, it is Togles. It is not Toggles. So while I've heard other people pronounce it Toggles, do yourself a favor. Write down goggles, right? And when you've written down goggles, tell me how many G's are in the middle. And then again, tell me how do you spell Toggles versus how do you spell and say Togles. I rest my case. Alrighty, so our marine is in the bunker. And we are safe as houses. Our first scouting dragoon from Bisu is going to go, oh my god, I'm actually quite a far way behind in this game. So it does confirm the command center and pulls back. Range will kick in quite soon. Robo's on the way. And yeah, man, a really good start for our friend Togles. And Bisu's actually behind. So we'll have to see him play his way out of this little debacle. And I reckon he will probably figure something out. He's got so much experience. By the way, guys, just a big thank you to all of the recent subscribers. We have been absolutely flying in terms of subscriber growth. When I say flying, just increasing at a rate much higher than what I was expecting. I am trying to get to 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Based on how we're going now, we'll probably get there sometime in, you know, sort of July, August. So we're gonna, if we carry on at the current run rate, we're gonna beat our target quite comfortably. But it will require those of you that stop by the channel on a regular basis that haven't subscribed yet to please subscribe, as well as new viewers who are discovering me, hitting that subscribe button. I'm here 6 times a week now. I really have turned up the commitment, and I really do appreciate all of the support. And I would also appreciate it if Togles could please add another SCV to repair the bunker. Thank you very much. So just trying to play back from the economic deficit here with this Dragoon pressure, and also taking a very quick third. I wonder if this is such a good map for drops, right? It's always a little bit risky that Terran can go starport behind their opening, but if you're a Protoss and you push the bunker like Bisu is doing, it is going to make life a little bit difficult to do drop play, because you need tanks to fend this bunker pressure off, especially now that a 4th and 5th Dragoon, no, it's not a 5th Dragoon, a 4th Dragoon is arriving. Bisu has applied all of that pressure off of one gateway, by the way. Just shows you the power of strong macro and unbelievably sharp mechanics. So what are we doing now? We are adding, so we should be up to 3-gate observer. Question now will be, is Bisu going to go Reaver? Is he going to go Arbiter? Is he going to go Carrier? Carrier could be pretty decent on this map too, I would guess. We'll have to see where he's going. Togles is adding a few turrets. I think he's got a sense that he'll be up against Reavers here. He's got made a turret here and tucked the engineering bay on top. He's got one here as well. So I reckon he's expecting Reaver to be the play. We can see that Bisu is actually adding a 4th gateway, which might be a signal that he's not planning to go Reaver, although I see a shuttle being made, so who knows what the man has planned. That is the beauty of watching a replay. You can guess, you can anticipate, but you only know when you know, Another gateway on the way. I don't like the SimCity from a professional Protoss. It's a bit sloppy-doppy. There does come the support base. It is going to be delayed Reaver. Also going Forge behind this. Scotty's 3rd base saturated. Something flew here. It's a dropship. Didn't I say dropships were good? Togles has got balls of steel, guys. He ain't scared of shit. Okay, admittedly, it is just a barcoded Protoss, so he's not necessarily going to know this is Bisu, but he fears no man. And neither do his dropships, apparently. But these mine drags could be juicy, or they could just be boring. Oh dear, we've had to bring back some Dragoons here to fend off the other drop that Togles has done, or just the vultures that he's managed to run in, and this has been a really, really good opening. So in other words, if I was just calling this game without knowing who's playing, I'd be telling you that Protoss is really struggling here against this Terran. This Terran, everything that he's tried has worked magically. We are now pumping up to 4 factories. And we're also getting a science facility, so perhaps anticipating that Bisu is likely to go Arbiter. I can't think of too many other reasons why he would want vessels. Vessels don't really feature in this match unless the Protoss is planning on going for Arbiters or just like a heavy amount of DTs, neither of which seems very likely. Just lots of gateways being added now by Bisu. He is introducing his first Reaver into the game. And I am jamming quietly. Imagine it was like that cat jam motion. I'm quietly cat jamming to the Terran music. So good. So just sweeping up some mines. Pretty tidy stuff there. Something else I do have on my mind while we're having a bit of a lull is I'm constantly getting spoiled on the channel. And this is a challenge of mine. What I do is I run a record, stockpile and drip release strategy on the channel. In other words, as I'm sitting here now, it's the 6th of March. All of my content up until the end of March, and including some games in April, is already uploaded onto my channel and scheduled. It's the only model I can run that's sustainable. because of my other commitments and how busy I am. But the problem is I record games and I upload them onto the channel, and then other casters release those games before, you know, mine come out, even though I probably recorded them at the same time or before they did. So I'm now at a point where I'm starting to be forced to either communicate with those casters and say, hey, can we come to an understanding so that we don't spoiler each other, which I am trying to do, and perhaps by the time this video comes out I would have already succeeded. But the other thing I'm also looking to do is to try and find a way to get access to replays that are a little bit more scarce. It would mean I'd be doing more pro games, and I'd be doing fewer ladder games. But yeah, this is a bit of a challenge for me. I'm just thinking to myself in terms of strategy and sustainability of the channel going forward. If we're all pulling from the same replay pool, it's going to become problematic. You know, Falcon did the snow game. I recorded it before him, and yet he released it before me. You know, and JJZ the same with a couple of Artosis games. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing that the other casters are doing. It's entirely a me problem. Oh, this is a lovely little attack here. Beautiful zealot bombs on top of everything. Togles is giving Bisu some serious, Bisu is giving Togles some serious headaches here with this little shuttle goon combo attack. But Togles actually held on to that pretty nicely. So just posturing around here with these dragoons, not doing too much else here. My apologies for the little vent, but at least our mouse cursor and everything was in the right place to focus on all of the action. We just managed to get our players and our commentary arse about face, which does sadly happen from time to time. But yeah, as I'm saying, it's entirely a me problem. Oh my god, look at these number of High Templars. So this little double robo, is it surely a double robo at this stage? It's a robo here. Is there another robo? Maybe in the production tab. Oh, he's going carrier now as well. Holy crap. The number of pivots that Bisu has made here in terms of tech switching and stuff. He just does it so fast as well. So Togles is awaiting potentially another little attack. I really like his spread though. Like I'm seeing this as a pretty well fortified position. I don't think it's going to be a good idea to move in here. He's just snooping around with a couple of vultures to check what's cooking. Gonna probably pick up a couple of probes here as well. Nicely tidied up. So yeah, man, it's a me problem. Yeah, it's one of the things where you perhaps don't have the time to be able to do this as optimally as it can be done. But I also do say to myself, like, this is something I'm doing entirely for fun. I am 100% an amateur caster, and I will never profess to be anything else. So I really just want to try and avoid the spoilers if I can, the games that have already been cast, and trying to figure out a pragmatic way to do that. And one of the ways is to have replays that nobody else has, and just trying to figure out if there are ways and means to do that. Hopefully in the not too distant future I will have figured that out. So running our armies around a little. Somehow everybody runs past that mine. Typical Broodwar. Oh, not that one. 166 plays 155. The supplies here are still very, very close. Oh my god, guys. I will have a conniption if Togles beats Bisu. It'll just be unreal if it happens. The one thing that is scaring me a little bit for Togles is the number of bases that Bisu has. He also has the balls to just take this expansion so close to Protoss. Sorry, so close to Terran, excuse me. This is crazy. This other main base, I think, is the key, and Bisu is taking it. Toggle seems to want to try and at least challenge for the position or verify that it's there. He's unsieged and he's going to go, and if there's anywhere I'm hoping he's going, it is here, because his last condition is that Bisu gets this base up and running and gets himself a second main of production. Of course, his other last condition is that these carriers hit a critical mass and he doesn't scout them. I see some Goliaths with this army, but he's making your typical 4-3 off of 7 factories, so 4 vultures, 3 tanks. So I'm getting a little worried that he doesn't know that he's up against carriers yet. We'll just keep an eye on the production tab. Nice pick on that High Templar. Very, very sharply done. And I think he's going to get another few High Templars here for free. Does have a few Goliaths here and the one solitary vessel. Still just making tanks. Another expansion as well from Togles. And kind of sieging up on Bisu's front door. So if we zoom out here, trying to pressure this position. Nice little Zealot bomb. Come on, Togles! Let's beat the best Protoss player who's ever played the game. Woohoo! Oh, it'd be unreal, man. I'm so invested here. Let's do it. He's in with the sniff. Problem is, you're going to have to beat all these carriers, bro. And that's the part that scares me. You don't seem to know that they have carriers afoot. He's making some Goliaths, but he's still making tanks. Supplies are now... Togles is actually in a supply lead. It is 100% going to come down to these carriers. But for me, going from a position where I was feeling sorry for myself on a Sunday afternoon to feeling absolutely so excited that I've got no idea what's going to happen in this game. But I am beginning to believe. Come on, Togles! Let's do it! Seating up right on the front door. The carriers do show themselves for the first time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's kind of close to the critical mass number. But let's please make lots and lots of Goliaths. Okay, so it does knock down this base. How many other bases does Togles have? He's got this one, this one. Yeah, he seems to have a decent amount of income for the time being. Has had to retreat with his tanks. And is now making 6 Goliaths. I expect Togles is gonna. I expect Bisu is gonna fly straight into the main here, and this is now where my heart is starting to sink. He's got this reinforcing other main, and he has got a very, very low amount of Goliaths. But I think Togles correctly now spreading Bisu around here. Counter pushing with tanks here. I love this split off. I love it. He is pushing this position. So he is going to force Bisu to send his carriers to 2 places or risk losing 2 bases. One of which is strategically massively significant in this game. And he's got a decent amount of Goliaths here that could get some direct body shots on these carriers. Does have to scan. Scan! Get rid of the damn DT! Oh, this base is toast. This base is a thing of the past. This one he managed to hold on. Please, Togles. Just kill this DT, man. Please. There we go. Trying to body block these. Trying to get direct body shots. Does kill a carrier. 152 plays 155. Guys, this is so close. Holy crap. Let's go, Togles. Alright, so once again sending his army here. I like that he's sending the Goliaths and the siege tanks, because now it's going to force Bisu to engage on all fronts. Oh, it's so many freaking carriers though, man. $172 plays 151. Togles doesn't seem to be struggling for money as of yet. He's got some more units here. If he just consolidates everything so he can challenge the carriers, I think that'll be huge. The fact that this base is gone, he's got money, and he can continue to push. He's just got to put his army together and then take the carriers. The carriers are not growing in number. Bisu is making 3 more of them though. So 180 plays 165. Here do come. There's a lot of Goliaths here. And the tank should be really good to take down a lot of those Dragoons. So he's pretty much just carrier man here. Supplies getting close again. Now pressuring one of the only other remaining mining bases that Bisu's got. I think that he's going to be able to tidy this up. There's only 4 tanks here in siege mode. Target firing the Nexus, interestingly enough. And he might just... Oh my god. How many hit points has that Nexus got? Doesn't matter. He does get it. That is potentially a huge blow. Although the supplies continue to get close. It's just because he's got all these freaking carriers. Ah! Oh my god, he won! He won! Togles beat Bisu! This is real life! Oh my god, that is so awesome! Cannot actually believe this. I had no idea to expect this. This is real life. This is confirmed Bisu. I double checked with RJB, or Dude Nerd as he's known nowadays, that this was Bisu playing. And holy crap, guys, that is unreal. I did not expect that. I expected it to be relatively easy win for Bisu, or at the very least he would have grinded it out, but he decided enough was enough. I think it was probably still a playable position, but Togles killed all his bases, man. And oh my god, I'm blown away. I actually don't know what to say. This is freaking unreal. What a way to pick me up on the Friday afternoon. I apologize for my mid-game vents and feeling sorry for myself. This is why I do this, guys, and I'm so grateful that this game was the game that I chose to cast today as a reminder that this is what we keep showing up for. So if you haven't subscribed yet, I've given you a really good reason to please subscribe today. Please do hit that like button. Love to get a go Togles in the comments. Until next time, I'm Rabbit Drew, guys. Take it easy, and I'll see you soon.